Greetings, Divine Radiance. Welcome to Wednesday Live and Power Hour. I'm going to go get logged on over on Facebook, so I'll be right back. When you are the first one on, please comment first so I can do your card for you. So let's see here. Bear with me, guys. I am getting logged on Facebook. So the first one on, please comment first, because right now, although I am on YouTube, I don't see who's getting on yet. I'm getting logged on Facebook, so bear with me. Okay, we are there. Let's see. Okay, bear with me, guys. Getting on the other areas to go live. So 1 second. Let's see here. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Let's see if it's allowing me. So I'm doing something quite different. I'm going live in 4 different places, guys. And there's really no way to prep for this except for to go live on one and then go live on another. So bear with me. Okay, we are live there. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. And let's see. I believe, okay, we're live there and we're live there. And the last one, let's see. How is everyone feeling this morning? Okay. There we go. So we are now live on all 4 channels. Let's see, where are we here? Are we live in the United Light Beings Awakening group too? Okay, well, let's see. I appreciate your patience. See, it's still 10:29. I got on a little bit early so I could do the technical difficulty stuff. So, okay, let's see. Okay, I believe we are. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Greetings and welcome to your Wednesday Live and Power Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of Ashworth Life Sculpting. I am a divine interpreter, interpreting messages and methods from the divine that empower you to create and live an abundant life. So welcome. For those of you that are joining for the first time, welcome. What I typically do is I go live over on my YouTube channel, and that's where we're interacting live conversation. But I usually go live in our Facebook group, the United Light Beings Awakening group as well. And Spirit has led me to go live on my personal page and my business page. So we are live on multiple channels. So thank you so much for joining. And let's see. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Brakita. Hi, cousin. Hey, hi, Gloria. Hi, my beautiful aunt. Let's see. Who was the first person on YouTube? So I can do your personal card. So the way we do this is each week, the first person that joins us live on YouTube gets a personal card pull. And I'm the worst at knowing who was first, so I rely on you guys to tell me. I was also led by Spirit today to grab a different group of cards for our Empower Hour today. Okay, Spirit just said go with Victoria. So I don't know, Victoria, if you were actually the first on, but Spirit said just to go with you. So I'm going with you. So Victoria, you'll be getting your personal card today. Ooh, okay. The day I decide not to wear pants is the day the cards decide to fall on the floor. So bear with me. And it's not just by my feet. So we're going to make sure you guys don't see my business. Okay. And Spirit just said to take this card, which is the potential card. So, Victoria, it's been a while since you and I have connected. Victoria is someone who is in my spiritual family locally and online, and she's usually at Spiritual Happy Hour, and I haven't seen her in a while. So I'm super excited that Spirit told me to pull for you. So, what I'm being told to tell you is it's time for you to step outside of your potential, and it's time for you to step into being what you came here to be. You've been working towards it, but it's time for you to be all in, fully in, releasing the doubt, the worries, the fears, and allowing yourself to shine. Don't dim your shine for anyone. This is your time. Release whatever's there that keeps you in that state of questioning or doubting yourself. I'm being told to tell you, with that being said, it's not like this questioning or this doubt that periodically comes in and out is stopping you, but it is hindering you. So Spirit is telling you to get in touch with that and choose to release it. If you don't work with someone to help you do that, to call on your healing guides of highest light and love to help you release that. Okay. I just asked, was there anything else? And Spirit said, nope, just tell her she's got this. So, Victoria, it's your time to shine. The full moon's energy is still very powerful for the next 2 days. So take advantage of that and really write down what it is you're choosing to release, what it is you're choosing to create, and then just connect with your guides and do whatever your soul leads you to do. I mean, you know all about this, so I don't have to give you details on how to harness the moon's energy, but Spirit is saying definitely do that. Take advantage of it, not just tonight, but tomorrow night as well. Okay. So that is the message for Victoria. So now let's go ahead and start with our breathing. For those of you that are new, we do this every week. And what we're going to do is inhale through our nose, inhale love and light. And when you exhale, release all that's no longer serving you. If there's something specific that you're choosing to focus on, then focus on that specifically. If not, just make it general, releasing all that no longer serves you. And while we're breathing, what I'll be doing is sending Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus. And because the energy is very intelligent, it will travel wherever your soul, your spirit, or your body is calling for it to travel to. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes and go ahead and inhale slow and deep through your nose, love and light. And release all that's no longer serving you, exhaling slowly out of your mouth. And again, inhale love and light and hold it and release. Again, inhale love and light slow and deep through your nose. Hold it and release all that's no longer serving you, exhaling out through your mouth. And as you continue to breathe, I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, and wise ones, ascended masters, helpful companions, guardian angels, grandmothers, grandfathers, all of highest light and love. I thank you for filling this space. I thank you for using me as a vessel of highest light and love to deliver a message that serves those I'm called to serve today. May their hearts, their souls, and their minds be open to receive whatever is for them today. And so it is. So let's just continue to breathe a few more times. Inhale slow and deep and release. And again, slow and deep, breathing in that love and light. And exhaling all that's no longer serving you. Okay, and when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Hi, Natalie. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what you all are saying. Victoria said, beautiful day for being outside. I'll be sitting with this tonight and tomorrow. Actually penciled it in. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Diamond. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. So we just did our breathing, and we are now grounded and centered, I'm sure. And I just realized we didn't do the whole bringing the light in and down to our feet, but grounding is so super important. So when you have an opportunity, I know in Washington State, the sun is shining super bright. So if you have an opportunity to go outside, take your shoes, your socks off, stand in the earth, the grass, the sand, water, whatever the case may be, and just allow yourself to get grounded. Just feel your crown chakra opening. Feel that love and light from the divine pouring in through your crown, hitting every chakra, bringing it down and out of your feet, letting your feet grow roots, connecting those roots to the center of Mother Earth, bringing it back up after you connect with her heartbeat, and just allow it to go up into the cosmos, connecting to the highest source of love and light, and just allow that energy to generate back and forth and throughout your entire cellular being. Do that daily if you're led to do so. And you don't have to be outside to ground. You can do it inside too. You know, when the weather doesn't permit, you can ground inside and it's effective as well. So, my cousin Danielle said the moon made me real sick last night, but it made me sleep real good. I just heard it's because you're releasing. So, I'm going to share something with you really quick before I go into pulling the cards. I had taken a bath the other night, my meditative soak with one of the blends that I create for the bath salts. And someone asked me to create a blend that had everything, you know, just give me it all. So I did, and I always keep a jar for myself. And when I got in the tub, like literally my heart started to do some weird stuff. I felt like I had to throw up. My stomach was, and I was a little, a little worried for a minute, and spirit said, relax, you're releasing, and it's happening instantly. So I was like, whoo, I told my mom, these are powerful, but literally I released it. I released it. And what I ended up doing was calling on all of my healing angels and guides. And I ended up deep breathing myself into a sleep so that they could work on me and heal me. So I always say this, when you're in that state of releasing or healing, just ask that your guides assist you with releasing everything that you're both consciously and unconsciously aware of. Because like we talked about last week, there's things that are lodged within our souls, our spirits, our hearts, our minds that have been painful that we may have forgotten about or put a whole bunch of mess on top of it, and we don't even realize it's there, but it's still affecting us. So when you're doing that, make sure you're calling on your healing guides to help with even the things you aren't consciously aware of. So, hey, spiritual, welcome. Hey, Nikki, welcome. Danielle said, yes, that's what happened last night. Yeah, awesome. And tonight is a good time too. Tonight's a good time to continue with that release. Tonight and tomorrow, just continue with that release. Utilize this moon's energy as much as you can. I know I will be. It's really, really amazing. And this is partially why Spirit told me one of the decks I was told to grab was the Archangel Raphael deck. And for those of you that aren't aware, Archangel Raphael is the angel that assists with healing. And when I was grabbing the cards this morning, Spirit said to grab that because right now, a lot of us, most of us, have been in this energy of releasing and healing. And as we're continuing to get rid of that residue that's left behind, we're now ascending into the next phase of this cycle of our journey. So we're going to go ahead and go with Archangel Raphael. But first, we're going to pull from this deck. Okay, I was told to take both. And so how are you all feeling today? What's going on in your world? How are you feeling and what's been going on? Okay, so I was just asking Spirit if I keep those two that came in reverse, if I keep them in reverse, because sometimes when I pull them and they're reversed like that, I'm like, okay, is the deck just upside down, But Spirit said keep them reversed. Yay. It's just so take another, but pull from the bottom. Okay. Rakita said, I feel really good. Finish my 21 days. I'm going to keep it going too. Awesome. So Rakita's been doing the 21 day I am challenge. And actually what I was going to do today after this, what I am doing is recording a video that explains the 21 day I am challenge, because a lot of you that have done it have shared it in your groups and with your people. And I've had someone say, can you share what it is? So I'm actually going to share a video, create a video that you can share when you introduce it to your people so that they too can participate in the 21 day I am challenge. It's an incredible way for you to shift your unconscious mind and change the vibration that your frequency, your vibrational frequency, to begin manifesting more of the things you're choosing to create in your life. So I'll be doing that today. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because that will be uploaded today. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first card we got is revision. I have my reverse French, you guys. Don't judge me. But what Spirit is saying is it's time to revise your life. It's time for you to really take a look at where you are and where you're choosing to be. Because what's been happening is a lot of us have been saying, I'm shifting, or I'm choosing to shift, or I'm going to shift. But we've been speaking about where we are today, and where we are today may not necessarily be where we are on our journey. So today I could be feeling extremely high or extremely low, and I could be speaking based on those current feelings. And although it's important to live in the now, what Spirit is saying is in order for you to really be direct and clear on the revisions you're choosing to make, it takes time. It takes you taking time to actually evaluate where you are, evaluate your circumstances, and then act accordingly as far as creating a plan for your life, goals for your life, and action steps for your life. Now, of course, when I talk of planning and creating goals and taking action, I'm not speaking in that way that we think, I'm going to grind my brain and come up with this elaborate plan that's based strictly on logic. No, I mean sitting down with Spirit and co-creating and coming up with a plan for your life that's in alignment with who you chose to be when you entered this life, okay? I'm just hearing it's time for you to stop playing small. It's time for you to step into your calling, step into your purpose, release the fear. As you're moving forward with excitement, keep that. Because some of you, and Brakita, you come up when I hear this. Some of you are in this period right now where you're super excited, super fired up about life. And I feel like it's more of you that are on today on YouTube. I'm connecting to your energy. Those of you that are on Facebook and the other channels, I'm connecting to the YouTube energy right now. But those of you that are watching today, I feel like there's a lot of you that are excited, that are, in this space of, yes, life is shifting. I'm in control and I got this, right? And what Spirit is saying is to keep that enthusiasm, because as you elevate, what goes up must come down, right? So as you're in that high vibrating state of excitement and being clear and being confident and courageous, you are going to experience that cycle that's going to drop down just a little bit, right? And when that happens, it's not meant for you to lose your oomph. It means it's time for you to rest. It's time for you to connect more deeply. It's time for you to self-reflect. It's time for you to self-love. And it's time for you to focus on the things that are being mirrored to you from the things going on around you to see what areas you're being called to heal. Okay. So for some of you that are in that high vibrating space right now, please know this is not you in the now. This is Spirit telling you what's coming. But for all of us, Spirit is saying, especially tonight, sit down, reflect, write down what it is that we can improve on, what we've done well, and just really connect with Spirit for guidance, okay? And be open to change. Be open to the change that Spirit gives you. And when you receive it, take action. And I'm also hearing revise your plans for your business. I'm hearing this is not for everyone. I'm hearing this is for one of you specifically. Okay, I just heard Victoria, revise your plans in a way that suits who you are today. So with that being said, I also, Brakita, you came up too, but it was more like in the background. I'm hearing it's not a total revision. It's just some things that you are being called to change. And you know what they are. Okay, so that's the first card. And let's see what you all are saying. Natalie said, feeling so tired. I was feeling stuck the past few days, having some anxiety about my abilities and path, but I'm coming out of it now. So it's really good. I'm feeling motivated, been sleeping good. So good, so good. Now, whenever I'm in that period, I shared this a little bit with you guys last week, but there are times like I'm in tune with myself now, my vibration, that I can feel when things like that are coming on, like doubt or fear. And whenever I'm feeling that, what I do is I literally pull back, I'm still showing up to serve, but you guys may have noticed there's patterns. There's times, especially in REM, because in REM, I'm in REM a lot. And then there's times where I'm not. I'm still serving, but I'm not there a lot. And that's during those times that I'm taking that space back to pour into my soul, to connect with my guides, so that as I feel things like that lack of motivation, that doubt, that fear, that worry creeping in, I'm connecting with my guides to combat it before it even has a chance to even manifest as something that's present in my life. And I do that through meditating. I do that through my spiritual baths. Sometimes I do it just through napping. You know what I mean? And I really surround myself with all the things that keep me in that space of confidence, love, light, and just knowing that Spirit's got me. And sometimes it really is just conversations with self. You know what I mean? Because that monkey mind turns on and will attempt to say, hey, don't you think you should be afraid of this? Hey, don't you think you should worry about that? Hey, don't you think that anxiety might feel kind of good right now? But from a logical standpoint, understanding the spiritual journey, we know that's just the monkey mind. We know that Spirit has our back. Anyone that has trusted Spirit knows that every time you put your trust in Spirit, doubt-free trust, surrendering trust, action-based trust, Spirit always shows up. So it's just really about being in tune with yourself, being connected to your energy enough to know when something's, rearing in a direction that doesn't serve your highest good. So I'm glad that you're feeling better. Nikki said, I feel amazing. I can see how my higher vibration is serving me so well right now. The more self-love I give myself, the more love the universe offers me. Yes, so true. For those of you that don't know, Nikki is Laura on YouTube, but she's also, her and Javi are moderators in the United Light Beings Awakening group, and they're also readers on the Ashworth Scott Life Sculpting team. Both very brilliant, very talented. So I love being able to share them with you all. And so Natalie said, nice. I share the 21-day challenge in almost every read, so I can link them now. Awesome, awesome. Yes, thank you. And I did see a video where you mentioned it. And for those of you that don't know, Natalie and I met on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel as well, and she does readings on her channel. And I absolutely love her readings. And that's how we connected. I subbed to her, asked that she sub to me, and now she's in our soul community and also taking Grow Your Soul's Purpose into Your Soul Income course. So really, truly honored to have her here. Victoria said, committed to 3 days each a month dedicated solely to healing, teaching, and my soul woman circle, dedicating any downtime to writing. Awesome, awesome. Diamond said, this is great and in alignment with the supermoon. That revised part is so for me. Victoria said, in process of revising my plans. Great. So Spirit is confirming you're on the right track doing that. And Diamond said, maybe my revise is more on a personal level. I just heard, yes, it definitely is. It's time for you to heal and release. Because although you're doing great things, there's still residue from past pains that's hindering you, is what I'm hearing. Diamond said, I love naps. They always reset my energies. Burkita said, monkey mind. I like that. Natalie said, yes, wonderful. Okay, thank you for the advice. Yes, Spirit always shows up. Ooh, I felt that. Thank you. You're so welcome. Hey, Dinelle, good morning. Diamond said, there it goes again, heal and release. Yes. Even when we go through these major healing and releasing, it is ongoing. It is ongoing. I have shared with you guys how I just realized that there was still residue left from situations that I thought I had long been done with, right? But when we're healing, oftentimes we're focused on what we're healing in the now, right? And we're not even thinking about all those things we've experienced, that we've gotten a energetic shovel, gotten that dirt, dug up, put that pain in there, and then covered it up. We're not thinking about those things. Now there's flowers that have grown on top of it, and we're just thinking, oh, that's just a pretty little memory that I overcame. And Spirit is like, no, what about all that pain that's buried? Dig it up and get rid of it, and then plant the pretty little flowers, So that's what Spirit has been really presenting lately, is that there's still a lot of things that we've buried in our attempts to be strong and to keep moving forward. And Spirit is saying, in order for us to serve how we're called to serve, we got to clean it all up. We can't be sweeping stuff under the rug. We got to clean it all up. Get your dustpans, get it up, and throw it out. So now the next card, this one came in reverse, and it says repetition. Repetition. And I love how Spirit is reminding us to take hold of the moon's energy. Repetition. So what is the message here, and why did this come in upside down? I just heard because some of you are repeating cycles and it's time to stop. Repeating cycles that are both yours and that are not your own. So some of you are repeating cycles that are generational, and Spirit is saying it's time for you now to look at yourself as the light worker that you are, make your own choice, look at the things you've been taught, whether it's from family members, whether it's society, and see what serves your highest good and what does not. And Spirit is saying it is now time for you to be your own man, be your own woman, and create cycles that are in alignment with your soul, right? And so in order to do that, you must be courageous enough to release. Spirit is also saying releasing people that are in your life that are no longer serving you. Because if you have, how they say one bad seed spoils the bunch, or is it one bad apple? That whole thing. Well, when you have someone in your circle, in your environment that is vibrating at a frequency that is much lower than yours, and Spirit is not guiding you to keep them in your life because maybe there's some purpose of you two being connected, right? If you're connected, there once was a purpose, but it's time for you to evaluate and decide with Spirit's guidance who is no longer meant to be there. And as I'm saying that, I'm feeling some heart chakra. It's not really pain, but some heart chakra blockages happening right now. So it's really relating to people that you love. It's time for you to step back and love them from a distance, because with them being in your energetic circle, what they're doing is they're pulling you down. They're pulling you down. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been vibing extremely high? Something exciting happens, right? And you go and you share it with someone that you love, and their enthusiasm is like, how does that feel? And how does that bring your energy down? One of my experiences of that was when I first really started to connect with my guides on a deeper level. And I believe I had taken, it was when I took Reiki 2 for the second time. And I was like, okay, I'm going to test my guides. My youngest son, his friend had moved, and I had never been to his friend's house, the new house. And so at that time, my ex-husband and I, we were going together, and I was like, okay, don't tell me how to get there. I'm going to test this whole connection with my guides. I'm going to ask that they guide me to his house. So literally they did. I would feel like a tingle on the left. I knew that was left. Tingle on the right, tingle in the heart. I knew that was straight, right? So I get to the street. Now at this point, I see their vehicle, so I know I'm there. But literally from my house to theirs, I made it with my guide's assistance. So with my ex-husband being there, he witnesses this. And I'm super excited. Like, oh my goodness. My guide's literally just got me to his house. And he's like, let's see if you can do it again. And I'm like, what? This is like epic. At the time, it was the first time anything like this had happened, with me being consciously aware of the fact that my guide just acted as my GPS. And he was just like, like, it's no big deal. And I'm just like, this is a huge deal. But it kind of brought my energy down for a minute. And I say, you know what? Nope, not today. I'm excited. This is awesome, So just experiences like that. Like, remember times when you've experienced something that was incredible and you share it with someone and they just kind of bring you down. So Spirit is calling for you to surround yourself with like-minded, like-spirited, like-motivated individuals that are on the same vibrational frequency as you, right? That doesn't say you're not going to serve others that are vibrating differently. But when I say the same vibrational frequency, I mean they're seeking, they're choosing to shift. They're choosing to be different. They're choosing to manifest a better life. You understand? They're choosing to answer their calling. Not people that are just comfortable and stagnant where they are, that are those negative Nancys that pull you down because they're comfortable being down, So Spirit is saying it's time to break those cycles. Is there anything else for this card? I just heard it's time for you to begin the process on a much deeper level. It's no more time for surface work. Now, if you're here today watching this live, or if you're watching it on the replay, Spirit is saying it's no more surface work. You're being called to dig deep, to release, to get going, to get moving. And, as I'm saying this, oftentimes when I'm getting the message, I feel the energy, and the energy today is much different than it has been the past couple of weeks. What I'm feeling right now, I'm still feeling that urgency, but as we're entering into, the springtime, and, things are shifting and changing, the energy feels different. It feels lighter. It feels brighter. It feels like you're coming out. You know what I mean? It feels like you're at that top point of the dirt, and you're now beginning to push your way through and blossoming into this beautiful flower, right? And so before, it felt more like we're buried in the dirt, and Spirit is saying, I'm spitting. Spirit is saying, claw your way up to the light, right? And Spirit is saying, you've been doing the work, and you're right there, right? But now it's time to go super deep, swooping underneath it all and bringing it up. So I just heard it's time for you to reach for the stars and don't settle for the moon. It's time for you to put your all into you. It's time for you to put your all into your healing. It's time for you to put your all into your calling. And it's time for you to take action, move forward fearlessly, right? That's the key, fearlessly. You are a warrior of light. That's what I'm being told to tell you. So let's see what you all are saying. Rakita said, I'm committed to my healing. I am deserving. Yes, you are. And so it is. Diamond said, end of the journey. That matches what you said 2 weeks ago, I think. Woohoo. Awesome. And the woohoo was from Diamond. Rakita said, transforming. Yes, yes. Rakita said, girl, I'm about to start shouting. Well, go ahead and shout. I wish we had it where we could hear you shout. Now we got specialization. And just look at this card. Let me just share that with you for a minute, because it's so beautiful. So beautiful. So what Spirit is telling me to tell you is, as light workers, right? We are gifted and skilled in so many ways, so many things. And oftentimes we attempt to do it all. But Spirit is saying to get very clear and in touch with what your specialty is, right? Get very clear and in touch with what that is. Because you're not called to do it all. Being able to do it all is valuable, because within your realm of serving, having those skills and those gifts and those abilities will serve those you're called to serve. However, it's important that you really get laser focused on what you're here to do. Because if you're all over the place, you're not really going to attract those you're called to serve, because they're going to be confused. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to really focus on what it is you're called to do. It's like when I first started this, right? I was, I don't even know. Spirit gave me the title, Divine Interpreter, but I don't remember what title I had given myself before. And actually it was given by Spirit at the time, but Spirit changed it. So anyways, I was telling you guys, I specialize in spiritual awakening and trauma release, right? And so as time has shifted, Spirit has said, although you assist them on their spiritual journey of awakening, you're more specializing in trauma release and helping them manifest abundance in their lives. And that's kind of been where things have been shifting, right? And it feels good, because what are we usually talking about? Releasing trauma, manifesting abundance, right? And so although I'm skilled in different things and I'm able to serve on different capacities, Spirit is saying to focus on divine interpretations, which is readings, and focus on assisting them with releasing their trauma and helping them to create an abundant life, right? So now that's my focus. It's not to say those other skills don't come up when I'm serving you, but that's the focus. So Spirit is saying to get really focused. As you're connecting with Spirit, if you have the time tonight, or even if you don't, I recommend you taking the time to really connect with your highest light guides and really ask for that guidance on, what am I being called to focus on? You know, what am I being called to present to the world and to those I'm called to serve? And Spirit will give you that answer. So, anything else for this part? Nope, keep it moving. So, we also got organic foods, and this one came in upside down as well. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. So, you all know I'm vegan, I'm organic, and I don't push this on anyone because, you know, it's not that I don't love the animals, but I became vegan for spiritual reasons when I took level 2 Reiki for the second time a couple of years ago. That was key for me. You know, I've since moved on to Reiki Master Teacher, but it seems like the one that had the most impact for me was level 2 for the second time. It's no coincidence, right? But anyways, after that class, I had no desire for meat. Now, before that, I had been saying, well, one day I think I'm going to go vegan. You know, I think I might, you know, and Spirit took it away from me. I was speaking it into existence. And when I started this journey, I also asked the Spirit, use me as a vessel of highest light and love. Use me in a way where I was showing up as the best version of myself so that I could serve self and those I'm called to serve to the best of my ability. So when you put that out there, Spirit is going to do things for you and in your life that you aren't even aware of your spirit requiring this, but Spirit said, okay, you said you like to be the best version of yourself, so here you go. No more craving for meat, right? So Spirit is saying it's time for us to be very mindful of the fact that you are what you eat is a very true statement. If you are eating, and I'm being led to talk about the dead carcass, if you're eating dead carcass, you're putting death into your body, right? And this personally, I love you. You could eat. My dad and I, we send each other pictures every time we cook of what we're cooking. My dad's an awesome cook, and I believe that's who I got it from. But when he sends me things, I'm like, I'm imagining that it's vegan meat and it looks good, you know? So I don't judge you. This is not judgment at all. But when you're eating dead flesh, you're putting death into your body. And also, when you think about these animals, I'm going to tell you how intelligent animals are. If you don't have one, then you may not be aware. But if you do, then you know. Like Ganesh, my cat, he knows when it's bedtime and when his brother is picking him up or to take him to the room so they can go to bed, and he runs from them. You know, like they're so smart. It's just a small thing, you know, it's a really small thing, but they're so aware and so intelligent. So these animals that are being slaughtered, they're aware that they're on death row, right? So when they're in the midst of being slaughtered, all of that anxiety, all of that fear, all of that stress is trapped in their bodies. And when you eat that, that's what you're putting into your body. Fear, anxiety, stress. We oftentimes talk about as empaths, how we are taking on the energy of others. You know what I mean? How sometimes we're feeling things and it's not necessarily our energy that we're feeling, but it also applies to animals that we're eating. Now, with that being said, you know, back in the day, and I'm sure some places of Earth are still this way, but like tribes, they had traditions and they had rituals that they did with the meat. And, you know, it wasn't the same as the way it is today. Not to mention all of the things that the animals are pumped with and filled with. And, you know, it's big business to keep us sick. So Spirit is just saying it's time for you to take a look at every aspect of your life. Don't just focus on your spiritual, your mental, your emotional. Spirit is saying to also focus on your health. Did I say physical? No, your physical, what you're putting into your body. So, okay, I just started. Give yourself a month of no meat. Spirit is saying, don't just do no meat Monday, a month, and just test it. A month. Give yourself a full month of no meat and see how different you feel. See how different you feel. See how your skin starts to glow different. You know, see how putting life into your life affects you. See how more connected you are to the divine. See how much clearer the messages you receive become. See how you're able to trust yourself more. And while you're doing this no meat for 30 days, for those of you that are choosing to do it, also disconnect from the news if you're still watching. Just give yourself 30 days to detox on all that's not serving you and see what happens. If you're going to do it, let me know. And if you do it, let me know what you notice as you're doing it and when you're done. Okay. So let's see what y'all are saying. Spiritual goddess said, yes, I will do that. I feel like I'm all over the place at times, and that at other times I feel accomplished. And you know, that's normal. We are still human. It doesn't matter how enlightened we are. We're still human. We're the divine having a human experience. So this is why maintenance is so important. You know, it doesn't matter. I've healed so many things. I've released so many things, and I'm at a really good place. But maintenance is important because this isn't, you know, your healing journey isn't like, you know, one hitter quitter. It's like you heal, you release, you maintain. Release, evolve, maintain. For those of you that don't know, that's what RIM stands for. Release, evolve, maintain. And it's true. That's the journey of a light worker. Release, evolve, maintain. So when you're feeling those moments of feeling all over the place, it's just time for you to step up your maintenance if you've healed. And if you haven't healed, it's time for you to heal and then evolve and maintain. So let's see. Diamond said, I said this earlier in my accountability group. I want Wednesday's group chat. I want to improve my eating habits and eliminate my sugar cravings. So let me just tell you, cancel, delete the one. You know, I'm choosing to improve my eating habits and eliminate my sugar cravings. You know, those of you that have been on, you know, the whole thing about the lack language versus abundance language. But for those of you that are new, our language affects what we attract. And so we've been taught to use words like need, want. And when we're saying that, the universe is hearing, oh, she liked to need, so here's more need. Or, oh, she liked to want, here's more want, right? And also it just feels different vibrationally. I want versus I choose, you know, it just feels different. So it sends a totally different vibration out. And if you haven't received the lack language versus abundance list, take a look in the description box on the YouTube channel, and the Everything Starts With Remembering, the free interactive ebook, the lack language versus abundance language list is included in that. So click on that and get your copy and just study it and start to, you know, shift out those lack words for the abundance words. It'll make a difference. Let's see. Brakita said, I always joke with my boyfriend that by the end of my journey, I will be vegan and dressed in all white. That reality is getting closer and closer. You know, it's funny too, because I've been saying, you know, when I'm healing, wearing all white, I just don't own enough white pieces, you know, but literally I just usually allow spirit to tell me what to wear. Like today, I'm wearing blouse with no pants, but you know, hey, today spirit said that's okay. So let's see. Natalie said, yes, you can't do meat anymore. Makes me sick. Started seeing the pain they go through. I try some meat here and there. I struggle with veganism because I don't know what to eat. You know what? The fact that you said that, some of you may have seen the post that I shared with this dish that I just made the other night. And that night I was actually going to do a video on YouTube because my mom's here and I was going to have her record it for me. But I had gotten undressed and I was in this little wrinkly lounge dress. And I was like, you know what, my mom feel like doing all that. I'm just going to snap it and then I'll share the snap videos. But you saying that is confirmation that it would be a good idea for me to start sharing some of those meals on the channel, because I tell everyone I am a foodie. Okay. Food and eating is a hobby for me, right? It is a hobby. I love it. I like to have a party in my mouth when I'm eating because I just enjoy food. Like, seriously, this is not stressing enough how much I love food. So I tell people if I can do it, anybody can. And what I find is with me being vegan, there's nothing that's not in the vegan version that I can't, you know, that I used to eat when I wasn't, that I can't find in the vegan version. Also, a lot of things I did when I first started, and even to this day, I'll make things that I used to make and I just substitute it for the vegan, you know, the vegan version of whatever the recipe requires. So yeah. Danielle said, death, trauma, sickness, fear, and stress. I am too sensitive to consume animal fish as well, or animal flesh as well. I don't judge others, but definitely not for me. Yeah, definitely feel you. Spiritual said, I spoke on this topic to someone yesterday. Awesome. And I know you're vegan, and that was, I don't even know if it's lasagna. I don't know what you call it, but that dish that you made me, oh my goodness, so good. Oh, it was good. I'm craving it right now. Got me thinking about it. My mouth is watering. Diamond said, thinking of testing it for a week. I can do a month. I don't eat much meat anyway. Yes, do it. Go ahead and do it. You're going to see a difference. Rakita said, cancel, delete, struggle. Yes, ma'am. Meatless May. There it is. Yes, yes, Diamond. Meatless May. Awesome. Danielle said, yeah, I love you, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't eat it as it is. Laugh out loud. I love my seafood and Mexican food. That's my cousin, you guys, Danielle. And here's the thing. I love Mexican food too. My mom and I went to El Baracha. There's this vegan restaurant, or it's not even vegan, it's both. The owner's wife had been vegan for 27 years. And so they have both non-vegan and vegan, and it is so delicious. And literally, you know, even before I found this place, I would get Mexican food and I would just not get meat. You know, I get everything else in it. And you'd be surprised how meat really doesn't do much for the flavor. Like you could get everything else but the meat and it still tastes just as good. So Nikki said 11:11. Yes, yes. Natalie said, yes, please. I want to go vegan, but I can't do bland. Well, cancel, delete, one. You're choosing to go vegan. Yes, definitely. And Spiritual said Pinterest has a lot of vegan recipes. They do. And, you know, I get inspired by them. I'm not the type that can follow a recipe like do this, this, and this. I look at the recipe for inspiration and then I kind of do my own thing. But I did just get the Sweet Potato Soul vegan cookbook, and I haven't made anything from it. But okay, don't judge me. Part of it could be I just like looking at the pictures of food. I think I'm the only person that when I'm hungry, I go on Pinterest and I look at food and I just sit there like, that looks so good. I'm gonna make that one day. You know, I don't know who looks at food when they're hungry, but I do. So let's go ahead and go to the next card. We got sobriety. And this card came in upside down also. And it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for adjusting my cravings and helpful directions so that I only desire life-affirming foods and beverages. Okay, so listen. Here it is. This card is talking about sobriety, and here Spirit is talking about food and beverages once again. So this right here is really important. For those of you that are choosing to serve, that are choosing to walk in the light, this is not me talking to you. You know, I don't usually bring it up. I only bring it up when Spirit tells me to. But Spirit is saying it's important. And also when the sobriety card came up, Spirit was also saying, for those of you that are indulging in things that aren't serving your highest good, you know, Spirit is saying it's time for you to give it a rest. Okay. Now, I've shared with you all how when I first, well, not even first, but I got to a point on my journey and I decided I'm not drinking anymore. You know, I'm not drinking. And then I'll probably say like a year later, I was really craving a glass of Moscato. And Spirit was like, nobody told you to stop drinking. That was you. You can have wine in moderation. So after I got the okay from Spirit, the craving subsided. And I believe it took me like a month, maybe a little more before I actually had that glass. So now when I cook, I like to have a glass of wine because, you know, I like to eat, but I like to turn on my music. You guys may have seen the post. It's a mix of old school with a little new school and a little ratchet. And I put my music on and I have my glass of wine and I'm in my zone and I cook, right? So it's not to say that you cannot indulge in things periodically, right? In moderation. Even when you do it periodically, it's not to say go drink a whole bottle, you know. But what Spirit is saying is, if you've been using any sort of drugs or if you've been overindulging in alcohol, Spirit is saying it's time for you to take a step back. Now, for a period of time, I would say, as we're doing Meatless May, thank you, Diamond, to also take May to just not indulge in any of those things. Literally take May as an opportunity to detox and get your mind, body, and spirit vibrating at a higher frequency. Take May to just focus on your inner self, because as you're moving into this period of serving others, it's so important that you're at your top-notch shape, right? Every aspect of you is top-notch. So just take May to just be all in to serving you and being committed. Spirit is saying this will also test your commitment level to self, because here's the thing, you receive what you put out. So if you aren't able to stay committed to you, don't be surprised when you're serving and you're reaching out to clients and they say, yes, I'm going to do this. And then they say, no, or you don't even hear a no, they just don't do it. Don't be surprised if they say yes in your discovery calls and then they don't move forward, right? Because Spirit is saying you get what you give. And if you can't commit to you, no one else is going to commit to you. So if you're saying yes to these challenges that Spirit is challenging us to do, it's important to mean yes, right? It's important to stay yes, because everything we say, do, feel, think, it's all sending out a vibration that's shifting and shaping what we receive. So it's really important to keep in mind. And we also got Lord Ganesh. So for those of you that don't know, my cat is Ganesh, and he was actually named after Lord Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, blocks, and evil. So let's see what the card says. It says obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. So here we are. You know, we were just talking about how before we were in this period of heal, release, you know, and it was like, do the work, do the work. And now Spirit is saying, look, this is the energy we're in. You know, if you've been doing the work, great, keep going, because look where we are. We're right there, right there. The obstacles are being removed. You're being put in a place of having your magic and miracles occur. And so when this happens, there are times that as this is happening, it is going to feel like the world is crumbling around you. You know, like the rug's been pulled right from under your feet. But Spirit is saying after struggle comes ease. So stay in that state of faith. Stay in that place of knowing it's a test just to see how strong you are, just to see how much you can handle and how much you can serve, how deep you can serve. Also, what Spirit is saying is to take a time out to literally show gratitude and speak gratitude for the obstacles that are being removed out of your life, and claim it as if it's already removed. You know, you can literally say all the obstacles, or you can be very specific on those things. If you're in that period of experiencing that whole things fall apart before they come together, all the things that you feel are falling apart, show gratitude for them being removed as if they're already removed. I just heard it's time for them to receive. Okay, I just was told to tell you a little bit about Goddess Lakshmi. Okay, those of you that are in RIM, you know I talk about Goddess Lakshmi. I even shared my altar with you all. But this little figurine is from my altar. I tend to carry it around with me. Sometimes I'll have it in my bra, just because it's charged with all the energy that I do with Goddess Lakshmi. But she is the goddess of prosperity, abundance, and wisdom. She actually also provides wisdom. And so I do a lot of energy work with Goddess Lakshmi to assist me with creating abundance in all areas of my life. And part of what we'll be doing at the 2020 Activating You Retreat is learning how to connect with her on a very deep level so that you build a personal relationship with Goddess Lakshmi to really be in your power to create that abundance in your life. So the whole retreat is focused on manifesting abundance, releasing the things that block your abundance, and really learning techniques and tools to begin manifesting the miracles and magic in your life. So with that being said, you know, there's so much out there that teaches about manifesting. We'll be covering some of those things, but we'll also be covering things that Spirit has given me over the past 2 years that Spirit and I have developed together that I've been using that work. So it's not just going to be like, oh, I know this already. Some things you may, some things you may not. But if you have not connected to Goddess Lakshmi, I would say do so. And when you connect with any god or goddess and you harness their energy or you call their energy in, it's really important that you bring an offering of some sort, you know? And so we'll go over all of that too at the retreat, like what she likes and that whole thing. But literally, she's so powerful, and having her energy present in my life has made a huge difference. Whenever I do any energy work with her, like literally right after I'm done, I always check my emails, and there's always something new that someone has signed up for or someone has purchased. So it's really, really powerful. So we got Lady Nada, heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. So instantly when I hear this, what Spirit is saying to focus on is that divine love and giving and receiving in balance, right? Oftentimes we think that we are just superwoman, superman, and we are pouring from an empty cup. And all we're doing is just leaning the cup, but there is nothing coming out. So Spirit is saying right now, it is about taking that time to self-reflect, taking that time to connect and cater to your inner child, taking that time to focus on your healing. Because as you're doing that, you're also creating more powerful energy for Lord Ganesh to come in, take over, and assist with removing those obstacles and those blocks. But before, you're ready to fully be in your service, it's time to serve you. It's time to serve you. So we're in this energy of self-reflection. We're in this energy of release. We're in this energy of self-love and embracing our inner child. I can't stress that enough. Embracing your inner child is so, so important on this journey. Not only does it feel good, but it keeps you feeling youthful. And when you feel youthful, you look youthful. So become very, very close friends, best friends with your inner child. Is there anything else? Okay. I was just told to tell you it's time for you to feel the love that you're receiving right now. So what spirit is telling me that means is feel the love you're receiving right now from your spirit guides, your spirit team of highest light and love, and from the people in your life. Oftentimes we focus so much on who's not loving us, right? That we don't even notice those that are. And Spirit's saying for you to shift, not just your vibration, but your vision so that you are more focused on the positives. You know, you're not focused on those that let you down, those that abandoned you, those that didn't show up for you. You're focused on those that show up, those that love you, those that value you, those that appreciate you. And as you're focusing on that in others, Spirit is saying focus on that within self. Do you value you? Do you appreciate you? Do you love you? Do you show up for you? Do you put you first? Because if you don't do those things, it doesn't matter what setting or what environment you're in, those around you are only giving you what you're giving self. So if you're unhappy with what you're receiving, shift how you're showing up for self. And then also, if you're receiving something you're not happy about, it could be because that's where your focus is mostly. So not only shifting how you show up for self, but shifting what you're focusing on. Both of those things will help you to manifest more of what you're choosing to create. Okay, and then I just heard, if you're powerful and you know it, clap your hands. So if you're powerful and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, that's what started playing, because you're powerful. My guides are kind of funny and weird at times, but you're powerful and it's time for you to know it. It's time for you to know it. You can do whatever you choose to do. When Spirit told me to do a 7-day cleanse before the 2018 Activating You retreat, let me tell you, I had never gotten past breakfast on a cleanse. Okay, maybe a couple of days I got past breakfast, but I never was able to do 7 days, right, of an all liquid cleanse. Never. But when Spirit told me to do it, I am so committed to doing whatever Spirit tells me to do that I got past that 7 days. And by the 7th day, I felt like I could keep going. So I'm just hearing, when you access your power, you can do anything. And sometimes, you know how I was watching Fix My Life last night, and it was one that was recorded a while ago, and the story that I was watching was just, it touched me. And you know, I'm a baby, I'm crying and stuff. But anyways, the mother, she was on crack, and at the time, and her children endured so much abuse and suffering because she wasn't there. But the one thing this woman did when she was pregnant with each one of her children, she did not smoke crack. 4, let me see, she had 1, 2, 3, pregnant 4 times. The last set, they were twins. No crack, no crack. She loved her children so much that she was able to control her addiction for them. She couldn't do it for self, but she was able to do it for them. And so when it comes to my relationship with Spirit, I know I'm human. I know I still have human hangups. And if it's dependent on me, there's some things that I may drop the ball on, but I have committed to Spirit, to doing whatever I am guided to do. And by doing that, I'm able to be guided into exactly what I'm here to do and exactly what I'm choosing to do. And so I challenge you, there's lots of challenges today. I challenge you to make that commitment. You know, if you can't do it for yourself, just be committed to trusting Spirit and allowing Spirit to guide you. You will not go wrong. That's like, let me tell you, got another story for you. Yesterday, because I've been doing my marketing on my own again. And, you know, I'm at a point where I could use some assistance in that area. And Spirit, I had signed up for this discovery call with someone. And I was so excited after I got off that call, and I was like, okay, maybe this is it. I'm good. Maybe this is it. I'm excited. But I said, let me connect with spirit first, and I'll get back to you. And so I connected to spirit, and the take action card was upside down, and then the other card was remain positive. Now I know what that means. If it says take action is upside down, it means don't take action. But I'm still like, okay, spirit, like, give me more, right? Literally, I asked spirit straight up, does it serve my highest good to not work with this person? And I got yes. And then the next part was, there's something better. So although it felt right, it seemed right, it sounded right, I connected with spirit. The same thing I tell you guys to do. When I offer you to sign up for something or to be a part of something, unless spirit instantly says yes, because it's happened where spirit will tell me instantly yes, go connect with spirit so you know it's for you. And if it's not for you, no hard feelings. Keep showing up today and get what you meant to get and keep it moving. The person that's for you will come, But literally, I was like, okay, spirit. And I was a little disappointed because I just knew this was the answer, right? But I'm committed to doing whatever spirit tells me to do, regardless of how I feel. Whether it's a feeling of feeling good about something, or whether it's a feeling of having doubt or fears about something. When spirit says move, I move. When spirit say jump, I don't even say how high. I just jump and wait for spirit to tell me if it's high enough. I don't question it. I do it. So I'm challenging you to build that commitment level to spirit for yourself, because spirit is all knowing. And when you set the intentions of what you're choosing, spirit will get you there. All you got to do is have faith and take action. So before we log off, I'm going to see what you all are saying. Victoria said processed sugar is out. Yes, my mom, she only has 6 grams of sugar. I haven't gotten there yet where I don't do any sugar. I don't do sugar all the time. But when I say I'm a foodie, I literally allow myself to have whatever it is I choose to have. And typically I eat every 3 hours, smaller portions. And, moving is important for me. After the second surgery, I haven't been able to move as much as I was before. And I can definitely tell. So I'm now incorporating things that I've been given the okay to incorporate. That's Ganesh back there, guys. That I've been given to incorporate by my physical therapist, so that I can start to still enjoy food as I like to enjoy it. And then, not have to be so restricted, because I'm not the girl that can do restriction. Unless spirit tells me to. So let's see. Natalie said, LOL, I started clapping, had a dream last night. I was a warrior. It was wild. Oh, thank you for bringing it up. So amazing. Our dreams right now are going to be very vivid, and there are messages in our dreams. Now, yes, this happens a lot where we have messages in our dreams, but it's really right now, our messages in our dreams, pay attention to them, because, there's messages in our dreams right now. Nikki said, last Sunday I was working in the bar. The karaoke machine started playing that song. If you're happy and you know it, no one touched the jukebox. Everyone was like, it's a ghost, huh? Okay, so listen, no coincidences. And you guys, I don't know if I've shared this here. Maybe I did, but Spirit is telling me to share it again. So Ganesh is not the average animal. And I knew that for a while. I would question and say, who are you? Who are you? Like, you're not just a cat. Like, who are you that has reincarnated into this cat form? And so I had, connected with spirit and got some feedback on who Ganesh was. And over in RIM, we have moments where different psychics will get on and do readings and give messages, and we go on and we share things we're going through. And it's just this huge family affair, right? So this particular day, Nikki was live, and I had asked, can you or anyone watching tap into spirit and tell me who Ganesh is? And so literally, Nikki was tapping in, and Nikki had her meditative music playing, and it was all peaceful. And then all of a sudden, some ratchet rap started playing, and Nikki just rushing to turn it off. She's probably a little bit embarrassed, but listen, I listen to ratchet music too, and I'm well-rounded. But anyways, I was like, no, wait, don't turn it off. Like, that's not a coincidence. There's a message there. It's up to us to tap in and ask spirit, what is the message? So I'm like, turn it back on, pay attention to the lyrics. So what I have been feeling was that Ganesh, when I was 21, I believe, I had an abortion. And I have been asking Ganesh if he was my baby reincarnated, right? And what he did was he rubbed my face so gently, and he kissed me. And he also laid here like a baby would. And I was just like, okay, I'm sure he's letting me know he is. But when Nikki turned the music back on, the artist was Lil Baby. And so that was confirmation from Spirit that yes, Ganesh is this child that I aborted, reincarnated. So, and he acts just like my human babies. Like you see, when he was back there, what he was doing was getting up there so he could bite the stick on that plant. He's so hard headed. But anyways, I love him. But yeah, that's pretty powerful. Spirit is saying that when things happen that seem coincidental or seem like they're out of the blue, pay attention because nothing is coincidental or out of the blue. Or it could be out of the blue, but there's a message forming for you out of the blue. So Diamond said, Ganesh. Natalie said, well-rounded. LOL. Yes, 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 yes. Very well-rounded. You will catch me. I kid you not. There's some days I'll be in my car. I'll be listening to my chanting. And then when I feel like my soul has been fed, I'll throw on some Cardi B, you know, or some Jacquez, however you say his name, you know, the one that said he was the king of R&B. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you know, it's the music taste is very well-rounded. So anyways, I am so grateful that you all have joined today. I know we're live on several of our Facebooks and we're here on YouTube. If you guys haven't liked the video, if it resonated or it served you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. I thank you for joining. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And those of you that are on Facebook, if you have yet to subscribe to YouTube but would like to participate in the live conversation with us next week, the week after next, please do so. And I'm so grateful this came up because I am traveling next week, so I will not be live. However, I was led by Spirit to record a video that we'll post at 10:30, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So you will still get your weekly message. So, okay. Let's see. Now I said, yes, I know I was going back to California when my phone malfunctioned in Tupac, California. It showed how to party came on. You know, what's so funny is when I was cooking the other day, for those of you that are on Snapchat, I'm on there under Nahkila Isha. So look me up. Let's follow each other because I do a lot of my posting, my recipes there. It's just so much easier. But on one of the videos, Run the Streets that came on. And so you'll hear Tupac and Michelle A. So it's funny that you say that because, yeah, I love Pac. So you're so welcome, Diamond. Thank you. And thank you all so much for allowing me to serve you. I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. And I'll talk to you soon.